MyPillow has canceled his explosive personal appearance at the Supreme Court, citing personal danger. Which means it's time for another episode of Pillow Talk.
God gave me this platform.
I want to talk to Mike Lindell.
I already know I'm going to win. China did our vote.
No, they're not lumpy pillows.
Biden and Harris would say, hey, we're here to protect the country, and resign.
Mike Lindell's a conspiracy.
But you haven't.
Just forget about the evidence.
You're an asshole.
This was attacked.
Asshole.
On Saturday, MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell promised to personally drop off so-called explosive new evidence in the election case Republican Kari Lake, who also happens to be the temporarily embarrassed governor of Arizona, which he claimed would prove that voting machines were being used to rig the elections. That's right. Now, however, as the appointed day draws nearer, Mike gets cold feet.
What in the hell is Mike Lindell got up his sleeve? What is this real, or is Mike Lindell just trying to sell some more lumpy pillows? What is going to go on Thursday? Everybody wants to know.
I'm so excited. The Supreme Court case, the lawyers will be turning it in later on Thursday. We were going to do it right on site at the Supreme Court, and but they said, no, Mike, it's too risky. It's going to be too dangerous, and we're going to do it this way. So the evidence we're going to put in this case has never been seen before, and the only reason we're able to do it is because they kicked this case out on standing. Had they not done that, we wouldn't be able to add this new evidence, and it is so explosive because you're not going to see this on Fox News. You're not going to see it on Newsmax. You're not going to see it on any of these stations because they don't want this out there for some reason.
Well, they don't want this out there for some reason. Maybe because they don't want to be sued for defamation. You know, there's that whole thing. Fox News literally having to settle for like $787 million over lies about Dominion voting machines. It could be that. Could be that. Is this another ploy to sell lumpy pillows? I mean, come on. Steve Bannon clearly mocking Mike Lindell, and it's pretty hilarious. Okay, let's be honest. I don't even think Steve Bannon believes half the stuff that he says, but he does it for power because he's a wannabe fascist, and a lot of right-wingers are idiots that are more than happy to submit to authoritarians. And so there's a built-in audience right there. But anyway, the other thing that I love, and there's so much about this that I do, is my legal team told me it was too risky for me to go out and personally deliver this to the Supreme Court. What legal team? What lawyers? I thought you were broke. I thought your entire legal team resigned because you couldn't afford to pay them. Who is this legal team? The offices of Lighter, Crack, and Pipe? I mean, that's pretty much all who's left, okay? But, look, yeah, we were going to do it, Steve, though. But then they said, no, we can't have the lumpy pillow hero risking himself to go into the court building with all this explosive evidence, don't you know? Right.
Really?
Okay. Once again, I have to ask, what evidence? What do you have? I mean, in Arizona, every single voting machine conspiracy theory was investigated and proven to be baseless. For example, there was this Kraken lawsuit from former state GOP chairwoman and now apparently church puncher, Kelly Ward, right? Who sued, claiming that at least 412,494 Arizona ballots were phony and part of the
in Venezuela
plot to secretly switch thousands of votes from Donald Trump to Joe Biden. I know. That was laughed out of court, literally, by a federal judge who noted that, quote, gossip and innuendo does not constitute evidence. I know. It's sad. Then, that's not the only one. You also had Maricopa County's independent audit. The Republican-run Board of Supervisors had hired 2 sets of election experts who concluded that the tabulation equipment was not even connected to the internet, much less hacked to steal the election. Okay, so there would be 2 different ways to hack a voting machine, which, again, since it's technology, means that it's hackable. You would have to be connected to the internet, or you would have to have someone be in local proximity, close enough to the machines to then personally hack into them, right? So none of those things were plausible, okay? None of those things happened, and they were proven not to have happened. And then you also had the 3 IT experts who examined the county's routers and logs under the eye of a special master that is former GOP Representative John Shadegg, who that was agreed to by the Arizona Senate in Maricopa County. That turned out to have no evidence of fraud. All 3 experts separately concluded that the tabulation equipment wasn't hacked to steal the election. And then, of course, you had the Arizona Senate that had their own audit that found no hacking and actually reconfirmed the hand count of the county's 2.1 million paper ballots had actually matched the machine count, showing that Biden had legitimately won that election. So you have failure after failure after embarrassing failure to prove fraud, which actually is a win for election integrity, because all of these cases have proven that our system is pretty secure. Yeah, pretty secure and pretty reliable. And yet this guy claims, I've got explosive evidence. I'm going to bring it before the court, but I'm actually not. He's not bringing it to the court personally because he's got nothing to bring. Okay. And he says his legal team is bringing it, but I think we all know that I don't think he has a legal team. I don't think they exist. They're figments of his, crack-addled imagination. Okay. The only thing that's exploding here is the foam from Mike's lumpy pillows after reality finally crashes down on him.